All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Barry Chappell coming to you live from Hollywood, California, home of Primetime Shopping Network. I got a big show. I got a really big show. It's both an art and coin show. And I got some rare coins here tonight. Wilson, I got a date that most people can't find. They can't find it, Wilson. And thank you for helping. I don't want to get you in trouble with your parole officer, but thank you. And no one got hurt on that crime either. You snuck in there. Yeah, you were good. Folks, I'm just joking, but I have some very rare St. Gaudens tonight. I have one that they minted in San Francisco. They had less than 500,000 ever struck. And I have them in mint state grades, meaning they can guarantee they were never in circulation. I also have some fantastic art, whether it's the Oleg Glover, a master graduate who was invited to a major ceremony at the Surakov in Moscow. But Wilson, get this, he won't go. He loves flying. He won't go because last time he went there, with all the sanctions, he had to hitchhike from Moscow to Istanbul, Turkey, to catch a flight to LA, and he's scared if he goes back to accept this award. He says, Barry, it's just an award. Mail it to me. I said, but it's pretty prestigious. Yes, but I don't want to have to hitchhike back. So I said, all right, so we have a few Oleg Glover, master graduate of the Surakov in Moscow. Got a couple Michael Schofields, got my Howard Hughes. Hey, the bid on that one at that other auction house is going crazy. Got some David Lloyd Glovers. I got it all, but I just want to see who's out there. Ashley's on the phone. Yes. Nothing. Will you tell her, Ashley, next time you talk to that, you're on the phone with the psychic again, ask the psychic 2 questions for me. For you to ask the psychic. Say to the psychic, what is my name and why am I calling? If they get it right, keep talking to them. Because most of the time, Wilson, they don't. Here, I want to start with a fun coin. Here is a 1953 S MS65, which means brilliant uncirculated, Franklin half dollar. BC 2088. Right there, Wilson. That's 90% silver. And for some unbelievable reason, since 1935, this was minted in San Francisco. You look on the back, you'll see a little S. And you'll go, that was San Francisco minted. Look at that. And this is graded MS65. I have no idea what this is worth, but take a look at this, and I'm just going to auction this, Ashley. No, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make it easier. First caller, Jack, do you have any idea what a 1935 S is worth, Matt? Priceless? No, I don't think so. $89 first collar. I just have one, $89 on BC 2088. That seems very cheap. $89 first collar. BC 2088. Oh, is this in the system? Oh, man. Matt's putting it in the system right now. Yeah, 89. What did I say? $89? $89. Just call, yell, send a carrier pigeon. 855-474-6778. And Matt, the phones are plugged in, right?
The phones are working.
No, okay. Okay, nobody wants it. That would have been a great deal at $89. $89 on a Mint State 6.5. You sold it? Well, you gotta yell, Ashley. I am not a psychic like Kreskin or the one you're talking to on the phone. All right, that is sold. Thank you. I'll show you a rare coin. Oh my goodness. Is it too early for this rarity, Wilson? It's not too early. This is rare. $1914, $20 St. Gaudens, minted in San Francisco. It is graded Mint State 6.2. That means this coin was never in circulation. Any bag marks it has on it, and to be an MS62, it's going to have a lot of bag marks, were caused by other St. Gaudens, the rims of those coins banging into each coin as they traveled hundreds of miles on a railroad car. Now, Wilson, using all your logic at your command, your inductive and deductive skills, all right, can you find the S? And the answer is no, because it's on the other side. Just trying to trick you, Wilson. Can you show them the little S on this 1914 S? Less than $500,000 ever struck of the 1914 S. And Wilson, don't fall down coin. And if I had a pin, I would point it out. Oh yeah, green pin. Green's lucky. All right. Do you see the little S? Right above the 1 and the D, go up about 0.5 millimeter and you'll see an S. Only 495,000 ever struck in 1914. And what a lot of folks don't know is so few survived in mint state condition. In 1914, you had the beginning of World War I. A lot of coins were being sent all over. I know I had a very valuable 1916 S in MS66 that I sold at an auction. I have no idea how I got that coin because almost all of the 1916 S's were sent to Chile. Men in San Francisco, Wilson, and they sent them to Chile. So, I got a deal. I only have, oh, this is going to break the lines. All right, let me show you. Well, that's 19, all right. All right, let me show you the front of the 1914 S. Well, that's the front, my bad. Let me show you The reverse. Oh, tricky coin. There is the reverse. You see the rays coming off the sun into the most beautiful eagle. And look at that. This has the motto, "In God we trust," because it's 1914. It was only 1908 where they didn't have it for a brief period. So here is a 1914S. Mintage. You know, on some of the later coins, you know, 1924, the mintage is what, 40 million or something like that? It's a lot. 35, I don't have my red book with me, but it's a lot. Do you know what the mintage on this coin is, Wilson? Not even 1,000,000 coins. Not even 900,000. Not even how many? 800,000.
Not even 700,000.
No, you can't jump ahead of me. Did you just say not even 700?
Right.
All right, well, not even 650,000.
Whoa, now you jumped ahead of me.
Yes. What do you say about that?
That's okay, you're the boss.
No, it's not even 650. It's not even 600,000. You're talking worldwide. You're talking the United States in 1914. Woodrow Wilson is soon to become president. The guy that ran on a campaign, "I'm not going to let America go to war." And then once he won, the first thing he did was sends America to World War I. But that's my opinion. Worst president we ever had. My opinion. But anyway, this is 1914S. Not even 650,000. Not even 600,000. Not even 550,000. Not even 500,000 men. I think it's 495,000 that were minted in 1914 from the San Francisco Mint. Oh, golly. Oh, retail. All right, you see list price there, Matthew? Put $1 billion. This is rare. This is beef tartare rare. And I don't want to get Matt in trouble because I like him, Ashley. But does he put that black tarp up there because he's messing with the intern? You see that black tarp right there? Look, Ashley, there's a black tarp. Do you see that black tarp? Turn around, Ashley. Look at the black tarp. He had that stretched across the windows. Wilson, you think any monkey business was going on in there? Wilson just goes, he doesn't know. What do you think, Patty? He wouldn't hurt a monkey. No, I said monkey business. Never mind. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Oh, folks, this is so cheap. How many of these do I have, Ashley, the 14S?
14, you have 5.
I only got 5 of these?
Sir.
Only 5, and it's worth $1 billion? I'll tell you what. Camera 2.
Very, actually.
Hey, and somebody wrote me.
Before you go on,
Yes, before I go on.
it's the D. That's the 400,000.
It's the what? Oh, the D meant mark. What's the S meant mark?
1,400,000.
All right, 1,000,004. Yeah. That's nothing. Look up the 1924. That's a lot. But anyway, yeah, it's $1.5 million in the 1914S. Oh, I got a price. And hey, Ashley, was that a real call when someone called in and said the Flim Flam Chart Man is really alive? Are you sure they're not just having fun with me?
Oh, he could be having fun with you.
Because I watched this Flim Flam Chart Man. Ashley, after my last show, it was like a new tape, but I don't know if it's new with them because they're never live. But they had this presentation where they were selling 1908 no models, just like we were the week before. Patty, we were selling them. And we sold ours in MS64 for $2,500. They wanted $3,695. And telling you, oh, what a great deal. And we were selling the same coin, $1,200. 900, 1100 cheaper. But anyway, I only have 5 of these. Oh, I'm going to give you guys a great deal. Other places want 6,500 and 7,000 because there are so few surviving 1914 S coins. Are you ready for this? It's not going to be 7,000. It's not going to be 6,000. Ooh, this hurts. It's not even going to be 5,000. Ooh, it's not even going to be 4,000. This is what separates the men's show host from the little boy show host. It's not even going to be 3,500. 34, 33. I only got 5, 32, 31. Are you ready for this? $2,750. I only have 5 of the 1914 S's. First time I've had one on a show in a long time. All graded by PCGS MS62. Go to shot, Matt, because it is 2,750 and I only have 5. First time, 1914S. Oh, that is a deal. If you got a couple grandkids, you can either buy one and make them fight for it. You know, like the octagon. You know, all right, kids, I only have 1 coin. You both want it. Go at it. Or you could buy 2. At $2,795? Unbelievable. Oh.
What's your price on the 1924 and the 1927?
All right, thank you. 1 gone, got 4 left. Registering someone for the third one gone, but here's what I am going to do because I've already. All right, where is it? Where did it go? Yeah, it can't be Wilson's fault. He's behind the camera.
What are you looking for?
The 14D.
It's behind that one. Yeah, behind it. It's behind it.
That's on camera
It's right
one.
behind them. No.
Oh, oh.
It's just right. It's right behind it, Barry. Right. No, okay, I got it. I'm coming.
Ow! My bad. Look at that. That has 495,000 strike. That's one of the lowest mintages of a St. Gaudens. Yes. I'll tell you what.
Oh, I'm looking up.
Look at that. The 1914 D struck in Denver. And that is a nice strike on the D. Look at that gold look. That is approximately 1 ounce of gold, actually 0.986 something. And that was what real money was. And that is a 1914 D. I only have 5 coins, and that is only 495,000 ever minted. Many were ended up melted down for several reasons at different times. You know, we had a gold-silver standard. In 1914, we were on the gold standard, and it's a long story, but I'll tell you what, a lot of people charge $7,500 for this. You're not going to believe this. I only have 5 of them. $2,895. Folks, there was only 495,000 of these ever struck. There are very, 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 very few ever graded mint state. This is mint state 62, which means it is guaranteed that it was never in circulation. This was in an original mint bag that traveled around the country from one to another, and that bag was put away. A lot of bags of gold coins were found at the Carson City Mint when they shut it down and they hadn't even done an audit. So folks, at $2,895 on a 1914 Denver strike, unbelievable, guaranteed, Mint State 6-2. Right. I only have 5 of them. Oh, I'd love to sell a pair, Ashley. Patty, you're reading my mind. You're asking if somebody wants a 14S and a 14D together. The S and the D. The yin and the yang. The pop and the corn. How you doing over there? Yeah, I'm talking to Jasper. Is he doing all right? Jasper, you get enough food to eat. And we're going to find your real parents in a little bit. But I'm glad you're here. Ashley, I know. We'll find her. Anyway, if you want both a 1914D and a 1914S, give me a call. I'm going to give you a very special price on both a 14D and a 14S. I only have 5 of each. Well, I have 4 of each now because a couple are gone. If somebody call me up, I am going to write down for both a 14D and a 14S, PCGS graded, MS62. Oh my goodness, I'm going to give you a deal. I'm going to write this down because this is going to be a deal. Ashley, what do you do with that piece of... Oh, there you go. Thank you. For both a 14S and a 14D, 495,000 minutes of the 14D, 1.4 million approximately of the S. Both coins guaranteed to be Mint State 62. MS60, and I've had many MS60 coins. They are truly, you can prove they were never in circulation, but they're ugly. These are very nice for an MS62. The bag marks were caused by other coins in the bag. Oh, look at this price. Oh, this is too cheap. Got one up at $28.95, and the other one was up at, what was the other one up at? $27.50. So I'm going to do my Jethro Bodine mathematics here. 5, that's a 4, carry the 1, that's 15, 16, carry the 1, 2, 4. That would be $5,645 if I did my math right. Is that what you get, Patty? Let's make this like Apollo 13, the movie, when they start writing. And I need my math checked. I'm getting a little dizzy in space. And they had like 12 PhDs. I came out to $5,645. That is correct. Well, watch this, Patty. And don't pass out when I write this price if they want them both, because I only have 4 sets to sell. Oh, this is too cheap. I got to find out. I think I'm losing money at this price. Oh, that's too cheap. Hang on. Oh my goodness. I came out oh, this is too cheap. I got to double check this math because I got a price that is too cheap for both. Oh. I think I'm losing money on this price. All right. And you got to double, triple check this math. Wilson, come to me for a second because I think I could be losing money at this price. It is cheap. You're getting two of the rarest coins I've ever had on my show. All right. Tell me, make sure I'm not losing money at that price. For both. For both. Look at that price for both.
This is the top. This is the top.
No. That's what I had them up for. But I am willing, because I only have 5 sets, to sell them. Yes.
Oh, you get an S and a D?
An S and a D. A yin and a yang. A Riddler. Who are some of the other fiends? I'm Batman. You had the Riddler. Who else do you have, Wilson? Joker. Isn't that the same as a Riddler? Catwoman. The Penguin, yes. All right, are you ready? And I'm reluctant for this price. Both of them, a D and an S. Matt, does that price work, Ashley? Is that price too cheap? All right, both, a D and an S. $4,990. For both, $4,990. You're getting two of the rarest dates I've ever had up, and guaranteed by professional grading services to be Men's Date 62. There has never been an MS-70 St. Gaudens. There was an MS-69 Proof-like. I owned it a long time ago. There are a handful of MS-68s. MS-67s, very few too. The lowest grade to be Unk is Mint State 60. MS-61 is a solid coin that the graders can guarantee was never in circulation. This is an MS-62, better than that. And yeah, you can get both for $4,990. That is too cheap. And Ashley, the first person that buys one of each gets a book free from me. It's called Money of the Bible. Right here. Yeah, just call whoever gets the first set of D and S. You also get a book called Money of the Bible. $4,990, not for one, but for 2 coins. You're getting a 1914D and a 1914S, both coins, $4,990. And the first one to buy a set of both gets the book. Gold is, thank you. Gold is, man, it's tough to come by in mint state condition right now. It has been money for over 4,000 years. And it will be money 4,000 years from now. All right, while you guys are thinking about these prices, camera 2, Matt. You could even take the graphics down. I'm going to tell you a story about a cat. Ashley, this could be a sad story. Do you like cats?
Yes. I love cats.
You like cats? Kiki, you like cats? Patty?
I can't stand cats.
All right. There's 2 brothers. They live in Los Angeles. One, the older brother, is 2 years older than his younger brothers. They're all grown up. I think one is 38, the other is 36. The 38-year-old has this cat. He takes such good care of this cat. All of his friends, his family knows he loves this cat. He even takes his cat to different kindergarten classes and elementary school classes to show kids a great cat, Wilson. That's what he does. This older brother that has this cat has to go out of town for 4 days, Wilson. 4 days. He asked his brother, his younger brother. The older brother, very diligent, very careful. Younger brother, not so. And he says, look, I have to go out of town for 4 days. I refuse to put my cat in the vet. It will terrify her. So will you take care of my cat? And the younger brother says, sure, bro, no problem. He says, no, look, you know how important my cat is to me. I don't want anything to happen to me. He says, look, I will not hurt your cat. And he keeps saying, look, my cat is an indoor cat. Don't let him outside. He's an indoor cat. He's lived his whole life indoors. He goes, bro, I got this. So the older brother goes away for 4 days. He comes back. He lands at LAX. He picks up the phone, calls his brother. His younger brother says, hey, I landed at LAX. It's going to take me a little over an hour to be home. Just want to let you know I'm coming home. By the way, how's my cat? And the younger brother says, your cat's dead. And the older brother goes, what? He says, your cat is dead. And the older brother goes, what? What did you just blurt out? The younger brother says, your cat's dead. The older brother goes, you don't ever give people news like that. What is wrong with you? He says, well, your cat is dead. There you go again. You don't break bad news like that. And the younger brother goes, well, what am I supposed to tell you? He says, you're supposed to tell me something like this. You're supposed to tell me you accidentally left a window open. And the cat got out the window, jumped over the fence, and climbed to the top of a telephone pole up there, Wilson. But you were so worried, you called the fire department. And the fire department comes rushing over there with an extended ladder, and they know how much you love your cat. And they were up there like 25, 29 feet, reaching, Wilson, reaching for that little cat at the top. And they almost had him. They were that close, Wilson, that close. They're reaching, they're that close for the cat. But the cat slips and falls down, hits the ground. And you're supposed to tell me you picked up my cat, rushed it to the vet. They tried to give it CPR, but the cat was dead. That's how you tell me my cat's dead. You just blurt out, your cat's dead. And he goes, do you understand that? And the younger brother said, yes. And he says, all right, I will be home in about an hour, so I will see you then. And I'm glad we had this chance to explain how you get bad news. And then the older brother goes to the younger brother, by the way, how's Mom? And the younger brother said, well, I accidentally left a window open. Mom climbed a telephone pole. So basically, his cat's dead and his mother. I'm sorry, that's how you tell bad news. Anybody like that joke? What do you think of that joke? Nah? Okay. I can take a hint. No. All right. Now, folks, anybody else buy both of these for $4,990? All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move on to something else. And here's what I'm going to do. And I only have, I'll tell you what, I'm going to sell 5 of these. These are not computer signed. These were hand signed checks from the late, great Jake LaMotta, middleweight champion of the world. These are dated, many of them, 1957. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Raging Bull, played by Robert De Niro. That was about the life story of Jake LaMotta. I'm going to sell 5 of these. Look at this one. 1957. All hand signed by the legendary middleweight champion of the world, Jake LaMotta. He even fought Joe Louis. He lost, but he fought him. This is the Jake LaMotta. I went online and they had all these. The one thing you want to make sure is it's hand signed. They have all this technology where they can make a computer signed one. These are hand signed by the legendary Jake LaMotta. He died in 2017 at age 95. Jake LaMotta hand signed check, $129. Call me up. I think they're worth a lot more than that. I see them online for $300 and $400 and $500, and many of the ones that are $300 and $400 500 are computer signed. These are hand signed by Jake LaMotta in the 1950s. $129. I'm only going to sell 5 of them. I bought these like 25 years ago, and I forgot about them. $129 on Jake LaMotta hand-signed checks. He was one of the toughest. Joe Pesci played Jake LaMotta's brother, Nicky LaMotta. And Jake LaMotta, I think, was even there when what was he? Hang on again. Robert De Niro won the Academy Award. And I think he said something like, I thank you all, but I think my brother is suing me, so I can't say much. Nicky. Hand-signed Jake LaMotta checks. Any item number, Matt, $129. BC 2089. Please do not be fooled by the modern-made computer signed checks. These are all from the 1950s, hand signed by legendary boxer Jake LaMotta. He died, I think, September 2017 at age 95. Toughest guy there was. But finally became somewhat normal at the end of his life. All right, one gun. We're going to sell 5. Yeah, Jake LaMotta, hand-signed checks. Look at that. There's where Jake signed it, right there. Jake LaMotta. There's some interesting checks here. Thank you. Well, I'm only going to sell 5 of those. And I'm going to put those back in here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. Yeah, I got the Howard Hughes, but here's what I want to do. Which one we talked before the show? Hi, Barry Chappell. Give us a call if you want in on the 14S and the 14D, graded by PCGS and MS62 at a price so cheap people don't believe they're real, but they are. Which one did we decide when we were talking about Oleg? Which one were we going to run, Matthew? Folks, this is only about 7 minutes long, 8 minutes. It's about my next artist and his work, Oleg Zhevetin, master graduate of the Surikov. I am down to only 4 Olegs, can't get any more. He was supposed to go back to Moscow to accept a major award, but last time he flew from Moscow here, he got caught when that Ukrainian thing happened. He had to hitchhike from Moscow to Istanbul, Turkey, and take a flight from there. So anyway, he's not going to get his major award, but I have 4 of his paintings. Take a look at this.
My name is Oleg Zhevetin. I was born in former Soviet Union. I was born in a small town close to Tashkent city. Tashkent, it's a pretty big city in Central Asia. It used to be part of Soviet Empire. But when I was grew up, I never knew all of that stuff. I just grew up. When I was grew up, I don't know difference between socialism or communism or capitalism or anything else, all that political crap. I just grew up as a little boy, that's it. I just grew up, I love to see flowers, nature, play Indians. Actually, we play American Indians. My earliest memories, I just love to draw. I draw on the furniture, on the walls, on the paper. If I have a piece of paper, I just draw. My family, we have 3 kids. I used to have sister older than me and brother younger than me. My father is simple engineer. Actually, he was chief engineer in the furniture factory, and we have simple life. I'm thankful to my parents because they was educated actually behind their limits, behind what they need to know in their lives. We have a great library. So I wrote a lot. I wrote a lot of American artists, American writers too. And I was just a simple boy, just read a little bit. The important, probably, we don't have much TV. That time, Soviet Union, Russia, at that time, we had just 3 channels was controlled by government. And we have just the simple corny movies, probably not much news, because they don't show news at all. Here in the United States, people always stressful. Why? Because they always see the horrible news. Somebody killed here, somebody has drug overdose, somebody got car accident, terrorism here. Always stressful news. Back in Soviet times, no. Even if Russia has some kind of trouble like this, they never show on TV. They always show positive news. Like, let's say, that farmer got thousands more cows, and that's it. The whole news like this. If I couldn't paint, I have to make somehow my living. I don't know. I would be probably homeless. I cannot do anything else. I cannot do any. My early age, when I was like 17 years old, and I was in art school, but I cannot make any money from my art. My father was chief engineer in furniture factory, so one time I came to him and I tell to him, look, I have to make some extra money for my clothes, for my girlfriends. He said, okay, you can go in my factory and work as a simple blue collar factory workman. You can make maybe about $200, $300 a month. And I did that. I go to the factory and work about 3 months. And it was so hard, and it's, I don't want to do that anymore. It's not because it's hard labor. I'm not afraid hard labor. It's what stopped me to do it anything. I start to understand I don't like it. I just don't like it. I start to understand I have to stick what I like. What I like to paint, and that's it. I'm gonna be an artist. But I joined the Surikov Art Institute called Vasily Surikov Art Institute when I was 20 or 21. It's very, very difficult school to get into. Why? I tell you why. Because in Soviet times, to join that school, a lot of competition to join that school. Why? Because it's, let's say take huge megapolis like Moscow. 10 million people live in Moscow. And in Moscow, we have probably 2 or 3 schools high-end like this, no more. And 200 million people in country. And let's say how many thousands of artists who want to join and to be an artist and get that high-end excellent education. Thousands of people. So when you go to there, you have to show your artworks. You have to show your skills, your education, and you have to pass it through examination. So when you compete, you have to take some tests in art, in drawings, in composition, in paint, in art history, in language, in a little bit in philosophy. And every test you have to have excellent grades. If you don't have excellent grades, you just lose. That's it. Because school has to choose the most excellent person to study. You have to show real paintings, not photographs, not for portfolio, real paintings. So I take my paintings, I put them in a train, put myself in a train, travel 3 days. Russia is a very big country. So from south to the Moscow, I travel about 3 days in a train, take some taxis. So show the paintings, real paintings to the persons who reliable, who making decisions. So they can allow to put you compete. A lot of guys show the paintings, it doesn't matter. They can see the paintings and they say, no, we cannot accept you. We cannot accept you even to try compete. So first step, you have to show the paintings, and they can see the paintings, and probably they can see some potential inside. So they can say, yes, we can allow you to start competition. In Russia, in Soviet times, artists cannot paint even human being, or any cityscape, or landscape, or any nature. It was against religious rules. Simply, I can have consequences. For example, if I paint something like I paint now in Russia, back in Russia, I could be arrested. It's simple as this. Why? Because I don't paint some stupid portraits of some proletarian guys or some party propaganda. What they actually tell you to paint. A KGB guy come to you and say, okay, you have to paint here Lenin, or here some Karl Marx, and here some revolutionary guards or whatever. And of course, a lot of people say, yeah, I paint that. And they paint, they got their salary, and that's it. But if you don't do it, you don't paint, you paint something else, very simple. They can arrest you, they can abuse you in jail, torture, It's very simple like this. Can spend, let's say, 7 years just for nothing, for saying something, or paint some paintings, or create some music what doesn't suit to the music of communistic taste. I just have to change my situation around me, so I don't want to go to prison. Why? Because I want to paint certain paintings. It's simple as this. So I moved to United States, and amazingly, I never was arrested for my paintings. Even more, I was appreciated. Here, public start like my paintings.
Folks, that was Oleg Zvetin, master graduate of the Surikov, one of the few. Just so a lot of folks know, to date, no American has ever graduated from the Surikov. 12 have tried. None of them made it through and graduated. It's one of the most difficult art schools on the planet. I talked to Oleg the other day. He's, you know, he is, I'm about 6 months older than him. I'm 60, he's like 59 and a half. And he was talking to me. This is what Oleg does better than anybody. He sold over a dozen paintings here in the United States for well over 100,000 each. He has sold some paintings for right around $1 million each. He is a master graduate of the Surikov. What he specializes in is telling stories with just a glance, a hand gesture. And he creates hair using putty. It's just amazing. I only have 5 left, and they are absolutely stunning. This is called The Date. It is 44.5 inches by 32.5 inches. It is an original oil on canvas, painted by Oleg Zvetin, by Kiki and Jasper. I only have 4 left. And the one that I am surprised has not sold yet, and I mean yet, it's only been on here tonight and one other time. Ashley, could you grab this one? This one right here is entitled Musical Present. Oh, keep it close because it's going to sell. Only have 4. Now look what he is doing with this painting right here. He uses every geometrical shape known to somebody that takes geometry.
2013.
2013. Look at the story. The eye gestures, the face in a face. It is collector's editions used to sell this for $120,000. This is BC 2013. Musical Present. Wish I had more of these. So I was talking to Oleg about 4 days ago, Ashley.
Yeah.
Have you met him? You haven't met Oleg? He is something. You've met him once, Patty, right?
I did.
He's telling me he is thinking about moving. Can you put this one on to Micronesia? I said, Oleg, why are you thinking about moving to Micronesia? He says, I have never been there before. I said, well, have you ever been to Uganda? I mean, what's my... He says the temperature, but anyway, that means he's getting antsy. BC 2069. So I only have 4 Olegs. And I am going to make some deals that you're not going to believe. They had this painting, or a painting like this, up at Collector's Editions for $220,000. 220 big ones. 220 big ones.
220 big ones.
Yes.
Big ones.
Big ones. Yes. All right. And this is one of Oleg's favorites because he was born, yeah, there's a face and a face, the eye contact, the face inside looking the other way. He was born in Uzbekistan. And this is more traditional. This copper finish, or whatever counter finish you call it, is what he learned at the Surikov. Very hard to do that well. Yeah, Collector's Edition wanted $220,000 for this. All right, that is Oleg number 3. So here is Oleg number 4. It is called Red Hat. It is BC 2064. Lady in the red hat. Do you have a red hat like that?
No.
Good, because Wilson's jealous. Every time I show this, Wilson says, I need a hat like that. Yeah. Yes, look at that. Now, if you think that is easy to use that many geometrical shapes, look at the house, look at the arcs, the triangles, the spheres, look at all that. But look at those bright blue eyes, Wilson. Stare into her bright blue eyes. She is telling you a story that a master graduate of the Surikov can tell you. 75,000 is what they had this up at Collector's Editions for. And I have one more that is called Friendly Flowers. There is Friendly Flowers, oil on canvas. 22 by 28. Oil on canvas. BC. I don't know. Do you know the item number on that, Ashley? It's different than unfriendly flowers. We gave friendly flowers a better item number. We never had an unfriendly flower.
1930?
1930. Okay, folks. Talk to me. If you don't own an Oleg, you're getting an opportunity tonight, and I'll tell you what, I am going to start with, I am going to start with possibly one of the most difficult Olegs. It's funny because Oleg doesn't get hung up on his art, but this is one he was thinking, Barry, I might not want to sell you this one. Musical present. Now, can we crop that? Yeah, there you go. Get the Schofield out of it. Yeah. Right there. Yeah. This 32.5 by 44, oil on canvas. I'm going to make people deals they could only dream of. Now, Patty, you know my cost. You know this is one of the greatest artists I've ever had. I've been on TV for 32 years. I'm in my 32nd year, finished 31 years. If I was going to auction this off, where would you start? Because I don't even know if they're watching tonight. Matt, how many people are watching me online? Is it more than 2? Okay. Oh, I want to give you guys a deal. Yeah, we had these up for 12 and 14,000. I'll tell you what. I'm going to make someone so happy. I hope you're out there. This is too cheap, Ashley. It's one of the 3,500 to open. I probably paid more. 3,500 to open. $200 increments once we get the open. That is absolutely, that's a large Oleg. And that is, this, I don't see the, oh, yeah, 2013. I want 225,000 for this. The old gallery that had it. $3,500 to open, $500, $200 increments. Collector's editions. Had this up for over 200,000. I'm looking for 3,500 to open. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do too. If you buy it, I'm going to frame it for you and ship it for you for free.
Top of the hour, Barry. Dishes on.
It's the top of the hour now? Hello, Dish Network. They are beating on me, Dish. Direct did not treat me well. I am auctioning off one of the only 5 Olegs I still have left. That is one of the greatest, that is one of the largest, and Collector's Editions had this up for over 220,000. I'm auctioning this for 3,500 to open, which is the cheapest I've ever had an Oleg of this size up. And 3,500 to open, $200, and I'm going to frame it and ship it for free if you get it. Look at that. Look at every geometrical shape. The eye contact, the hand gestures. Are they interested, Patty? No open on this one. Okay. We have the open. Thank you. We're at 3,500, looking for 37. In my 32 years on TV, I have met very few artists as talented as Oleg Zhevetin, master graduate of the Surikov. I went to the St. Petersburg Academy of Fine Art, which is also a very hard school. But the Surikov, which was named after Vasily Ivanovich Surikov, who painted these monumental paintings, and to be a master graduate of it. And that is one of the largest Olegs. This is one of Oleg's favorite paintings. 3,500 going once. 3,500 going twice. This is crazy, folks. This is crazy. They're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me. All in. All said. Sold. Who got that?
He's an old customer of yours from back in the day. His name is Rick from Florida.
Rick from Florida. Thank you, Rick. Oh, thank you. That is. Do you see how cheap he got that for?
I can't look.
You can't look. All right. Well, I'm going to auction. I only have 4 left now, and everybody thinks I'm joking. Oleg is a very nice. He's a genius individual. This one is one that he put a ton of work on because he was born in Uzbekistan.
No, they'll call you. Yeah, I'll tell them.
It was born in Uzbekistan. This has the face inside the face, the textured finish, and everything else. And stunning. Look at that face in a face, the eye contact. Yeah, I'm framing it for free. And shipping it for free. This is 36 by 36, not quite as big as the last one we just sold. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I hope you're out there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. $3,000 to open on this. $200 increments once we get the open. That textured finish he puts on it. And dish, folks, in about 45 minutes, I'm going to show you some of the greatest coins I've ever had. Look at this. If you don't own an Oleg, thank you. All right. Sacred Lotus. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one more, then I'm going to move on to a couple different artists, a couple different coins or art. But here's what I'm going to move on to. I got the largest Oleg. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this one first. This is a monumental Oleg. This is called the Date. Collector's editions had this piece, I believe was this one or the other one, up for $220,000. This is called the Date. It's 44 inches by 32 and a half. It is oil on canvas. It is stunning. This is what a master graduate of the Surikov can do. Look at those eyes. Look at the hand gestures. Look how the hair is flowing. That hair, he uses putty on the canvas. He uses so many techniques that only a master graduate of the Surikov in Moscow understands. If you do not own an Oleg Zhevetin yet, look how he splits the flowers like that. Every geometrical shape you can think of. $3,500 to open. It's huge. $200 increments. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. Oleg Zhevetin, master graduate at the Surikov. So they want to give this guy in Russia a major award. He didn't want to go because he had to fly. Last time he went there, he couldn't get home because of the Ukraine deal, the sanctions. He had to hitchhike from Moscow to Istanbul to catch a Turkish air flight. He's going, Barry, if I go there again, same thing. Yeah, well, he wants to move to Micronesia. I said, why Micronesia? Barry, I never been there. So, well, have you been to the North Pole? And I haven't been there, but anyway, that would have been a steal at $3,500. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to start one more Oleg, and then I'm moving on to some other artists. I have David Lloyd Glover, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to have some fun with this one. I got two of them, two things here. Number one, this is a very small Oleg. This is the red hat. The lady with the red hat, 2064. Look at that. Wilson, that's a doozy. Look at those blue eyes. If you don't own an Oleg, the odds of getting one, I'm in my Oleg file. I show you all the Olegs he sold for $90,000 and $100,000 and $200,000. But I'll tell you what, this is stunning. Patty. We're arguing. Ashley's on the phone. Is she still on the phone with her psychic? Do they see good things for you?
You asked me to ask what my name is and while I'm calling, and she's telling me why I'm calling still.
Uh-oh. If I was a psychic, camera 2. All right, Ashley. Ashley, beware of big white trucks. There you go. Stay away from them, Ashley. See how easy that is? I'll tell you what.
You drive a white truck.
Damn. Hey, folks, start at zero, $250 increments. Hey, this is one of the greatest Olegs I got. I want everybody to own an Oleg. I only have 3 left. This is one of them. And Oleg Zhevetin is one of the greatest painters, Russian painters. And if no one's interested here, in a few seconds, I'm gonna be like Steve Martin in The Jerk and take this painting. And my dog, whose name I can't say on TV. What? In The Jerk? My dog's name is Ginger. But the dog in The Jerk isn't named Ginger. The dog. Open for $250. Folks, you could go back in a time machine. You never find a chance to buy an Oleg for $250. I've been in this business for 32 years, never bought an Oleg for $250. This is oil on canvas. The lady in the red hat, painted in 2020. I am at $250 looking for 5. This is so cheap. That is oil on canvas. If you've never owned an Oleg, look at that little house. And look at that little house he's got there. 500 has been bid. 750 has been bid. This is a $12,000 painting. We're at $750. We're at $750. $750. Ashley, you got anybody on this?
My psychic said she feels like somebody's going to call her. 1,000.
1,000 has been bid. Folks, this is an original Oleg Javetin.
Susan L says that she loved the joke about the cat.
She loved the joke about the cat. Susan said that? Well, thank you, Susan. I thought that was a funny joke. $12.50 has been bid. This is original Oleg Javetin. I've never sold one this cheap. I can't buy them this cheap. You know, like the Time Machine. You ever see, what is that movie with Michael J. Fox? Back to the Future. Yeah, if I could go Back to the Future, I'd get coins. Ashley, are they interested in this? I think Ashley's got somebody on this.
Yeah, there's Schofield. Yeah, Schofield. Oh, you want an abstract? Okay.
All right.
Verifying. 15.
1,500. Oh no, 1,500 and I'm down to one bidder. This is not the Oleg night. 1,500 going once. That's a shame. Ugh. Yeah, I got some Schofields, but I want to get onto some coins here for a second. 1,500. $1,500 going twice. Fair final warning. All in. All said. Hey, I didn't say the S word yet. I did not say the S word yet. I said all in, all said. This is so cheap. I can't buy him from Oleg for this. Nobody can.
No, the phone round, we have to stop it. No. The next one will be 1750.
I have one bidder at 15. Anybody want to go to 1750? 1,500 going once, twice. Oh, they're registering and they're registering. All right, hang on. I'm going to finish this one off the air here in a second because I have Dish online right now. And Dish, you want to see something cool, Dish? Look at that. And look at that. I know, it's on an art easel. All right. These coins are magically going to go like do 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 right over to 14D. There's the front and back of a 14D. And here is the front. Ooh, you're a difficult coin. There's stay coins. Yeah, I know. I should have a coin stand. Patty's working on it. 14D. I need another 14S right here. Look, that's a 14S. You're right. All right. I got two rare dates here. If you've been buying coins from me for a while, in mint state, guaranteed to be uncirculated, never used in commerce, came out of a bag from 1914. And I have two tough, low mintage dates that not only does Barry Chappell say are uncirculated, but one of the largest and most reliable grading services on the planet, PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Services. They have 3 graders look at any coin. And if they don't get a consensus grade, they take the lowest consensus grade. They have agreed that these are mint state 62. MS60 means uncirculated. I've owned quite a few MS60 coins, and they are baggy, baggy, baggy. They were never in circulation, but they were beaten up by other coins in the bag, just like these right here. Now, the 14S and the 14D are really low mintage coins. Now, was it the S or the D that had 495 mintage, 495,000? Ashley, was it the S or the D that had the 495? The D. Yeah, the one from Denver, the little mint mark Denver, they only minted 495,000 in 1914. 2014 would be 100 years. 2114. 108 years ago. Folks, they only minted 495,000 of those coins, the 14D. And here's what I can do on the 14D. $2,750 on the 14D. Nobody anywhere can get you a mint state 1914 struck in Denver. I only have 5 of these at $2,750. 1914D. I only have 5 of them. Take a look at that. Guaranteed never to be in circulation. Are they interested in the 14D? Ashley, are they interested in one of these? I can't tell. She didn't go like that. She went like this. She put one finger in the air. Oh, stop using your middle finger to express yourself, Ashley. All right. Only have 4 of these left of the 14Ds at $2,750. Now you want to see something equally as rare right here. So I'm showing you the 14D. Look right next to it is the 14S. There's the D, and here comes the 14S. Now, folks, both of these coins, under all the Sheldon coin grading system, and it's so bizarre, I actually think it was Sheldon Cooper of the Big Bang Theory that came up with it, but it goes from the lowest grade of fine, which means it's awful, to very fine, which means it's just a little better than awful, to extra fine, to almost uncirculated. Uncirculated is MS60. MS61 is a coin you can prove was never in circulation but still has fewer bag marks. MS62 is a solid coin that they are saying is uncirculated. if you want the 14S, which has only 495, actually, was the 14S that had 495,000 or the 14D? There's a 14D at 495. The other one has 1.4 million. I'll tell you what. On the 14S, I'll price that the same as the D, $2,750. And if you want a pair, if you want a 14D and a 14S, both graded by Professional Coin Grading Services as Mint State 62, guaranteeing they were never spent in commerce, never hit circulation, had always been in a bag together, I can sell you them both, and I have a price. Just call the operators, whether you want one or both. Call me right now. I got a price. Look at this.
I sold an S and a D.
You sold an S and a D? All right. So now we only have 4 of each left. Way to go, Ashley. Now, who are the 4 that... Hey, if we get down to 1, Ashley and Patty, we can make it like... what is that one game where they give them swords and they got to fight it out? What? Twister? I wouldn't try Twister with a sword. That wouldn't work out very well. Well, thank you. And they haven't even called. Folks, camera 2. On this piece of paper, I have the price where you can own both a PCGS 1914 San Francisco struck coin and a 1914 Denver struck coin. You can own them both right now for one money, and it's an unbelievable price. I can barely say it, it's so cheap. So you got to call and ask. Is that a proxy or a graphia when you can't say it? It's so cheap. All right, well, if you're interested in both, give us a call. But I want to show you something else that I think is just killer. And I brought 1, 2, 3, 4 of them here. Oh, man. Look this up. Go online. See what other people want. But take a look at this. Ooh. Stay coin. Don't upset me coin. We'll upset you if you... See if I have a 5th one. Ha ha ha. That was deliberate. That coin did that on purpose, Ashley. You mess with my coin. Here's what I'm going to do. I got another one right here somewhere. Right here. So I only have 4. 1927 in Mint State 6-4. Now MS 6-4 is a big deal. That is brilliant uncirculated. Oh, hang on. Oh, let's have some fun, Matt. 1, 2, 3. I got 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, Matt, hey, no. You got some talent here. Let's see how many you can stack on top. Matt, come on. You can do it. All right. Now, you know what 9 out of 10 viewers are wondering right now? Matt, you know what they're wondering? Does anybody at PrimeTime Shopping have any manual dexterity at all? Here, if we spread them out a little bit. Oh, look at this, Matt. Don't mess with me, Matt. All right, now hang on. I can get one more up here. All right, hang on. Look at that shot. All 1927. Oh, now you want to try it, huh? What do you think, Wilson? Negative. Yeah, because there's a ridge there. That's not going to work. I have 7 1927 Mint State 6-4, which means that is brilliant uncirculated. Guaranteeing it was brilliant uncirculated. That was struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1927. Look at that. Absence of bag marks. That was thrown in a canvas bag, thrown in a train car, and by some luck, they made it. They were never used in circulation at all. And to survive 95 years, right? It's 95 years since this was struck. And here's what I'm going to do. Oh, you're going to try and do something? Oh, boy. This is getting exciting. Oh, did you just bang into the monitor? I know what you're thinking. That is Gem Brilliant Uncirculated at MS64. That is as good as it gets. You're thinking, Barry, to get a 1927, look at that. Look at Matt. He's modeling the coin. That's a pretty good job. Now you got to do a little better because you do have some competition on this. Do you know who your competition is? Do you know, Matt? No, it is George Costanza. He wanted to be a hand model. Now, what is the item number on the MS64 1927? 2082. Folks, there are thousands of reasons why you need to own some gold. Gold has been money for over 4,500 years. They did a study, and what surprises me is I wrote my thesis on the oil business, and at the time, deflation in the oil business in the late 80s. But this is unbelievable, but let's say you go back 100 years. Right now, it's 2022. In 1922, a suit of clothes cost you in gold, not in paper money, but in gold, about exactly the same if you use gold as the metric. Gold has been stable and constant. And the reason it is getting ready to hit the moon is because Janet Yellen and a lot of other folks think it's okay to print money. Print your problems away. They tried that in the Weimar Republic. It got to the point in the Weimar Republic where an empty bottle of wine, the morning after, the empty bottle was worth more than the finest vintage you could have ever gotten. That's how rapid the inflation was. And to sit here and have coins like this, 1927, an MS6-4, brilliant uncirculated. Here is what I am going to do. Oh. Tell you what I'm going to do. I only have 7 of them. Is that correct? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8? 8. It's not going to be, and look, I hate to do this, Ashley. Don't let me do this. Stop me, Ashley. Stop me before I do it. Camera 2, don't let me do it. Well, thanks for stopping me, Ashley. She doesn't even do anything. We made a presentation the other day. You remember that? Last week. And I thought the guy was dead because Jimmy had called up my friend Jeremy about a year ago and said, hey, the guy was dead. But you talked to somebody, you were texting someone today that said the guy's not dead. Yeah. The guy we're talking about, the flim flam chart man. He's alive and well? I didn't know that. I thought he was dead last week. I didn't know. The reason I thought he was dead was Jimmy Gerstel had called a friend of mine, Jeremy Hall, said he died. That was like a year ago, but he's alive. They did a presentation I watched 2 days ago, Ashley. 2. Not 1, not 3, but 2 days ago, where they were selling MS6 for 1908 no mono St. Cottons. Does that sound familiar? Because we were selling them. And we sold every one we had at, I'm trying to remember, but I'll tell you what we sold them at, but they had a price up at $3,695, Ashley. $36.95, and you can use 2 payments. We sold ours for $2,850. So how much is that difference? $36.95. Actually, take $36.95 minus $2,850. How much? $36.95 minus what? $2,850. $2,850. $845. $845, yeah. The very same coin here was $845 cheaper. And they're doing this flim flam dance. They're going crazy. Oh, put 2 away for your kids. You're going to love this coin. And it's a great coin, but it's a better coin. $845 cheaper. Well, I'm going to show you what you should pay for an MS64 PCGS. Brilliant, uncirculated 1927. Forget about the $3,795 that the Flim Flam Chart Man and crew wants for coins like that. I didn't say that, Patty, did I? I didn't say that. Well, forget that price, Ashley. It's not going to be $37.95, $36.95, $35.95, $34.95, $33.95, $32.95. Hey, $31.95. It is not even going to be $3,095. Jump anytime you want and stop me, Ashley. It's not going to be $3,095. It's not going to be $2,995. It's not going to be $2,895. It's not going to be 2,795. It's not going to be 2,695. All right, I got to do some Jethro Bodine. You know, these have been going up and hard to get PCGS. I'll tell you what, let me just see something here. Many times. Oh. Where did I stop? I should have stopped a long time ago. Where am I at right now? No, 26.95. Watch this. I hope you're out there. I only have 7 of them. $2,555. I only have 7 of those gem brilliant, and I pick every coin. I went to a coin show, and they get mad at me because I will go through a box of 100 to find 5 or 7 I love. I think that coin you're looking at right there, that's undergraded. That should be an MS65. Look at the eyes on St. Gaudens. Look at the fingertips of Miss Liberty holding the torch. That is so close. That should be at least an MS64 plus. And mine, I only hand pick my coins. And to get these this cheap at $2,555, I only have 7 of them. Yeah. Oh, you're going to sell them all. All right, now don't be this coin. No, that was all right. That coin was okay. I only have 7. I hand-picked these coins right here. They are stunning. They are MS64 pluses, MS65s. I spent hours at the Long Beach Coin Show. People say, Barry, are you just going to camp at my booth here? Yeah, you know, that's what they say. One gone. Thank you. Now I have 6 left. At that price, $2,555. Another one gone. So I have 5 left. Folks, if you can put some money in gold, gold bought right, not unright. Look at that. Look at that red. You see, that's what a true gold coin looks like. Look at the knee. Very few bag marks on her knees. Look straight into her eyes. You can see her eyes. You can count the fingertips on the torch she is holding and on the flowers in the other hand. Look at that. You can see the toes. Look at her toes on the bottom left, on the bottom right foot. You can see that. That's why I think this is an MS64 Plus or an MS65. I drive dealers crazy sitting at their booth until look at these. What? Oh no, I mean a gold coin. Okay. Wow, our lines are backed up, but I only have 7, 6. I only have 5 left, 4 left. I only have 4 left. Do we have backed up calls here? Do they want one? You got an open line? Juliet?
Not yet, not open.
Yes. I'm going to give them a great deal. I'm walking over here slowly because I'm an old man, Patty. I'm an old man. 2 1927s. All right. Did you ever watch John Belushi on Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
All right. You know how they go, cheeseburger, cheeseburger? I need you to go 1927, 1927. Do it.
1927, 1927.
But you got to say it with some force, like cheeseburger, cheeseburger.
1927, 1927.
Good. All right. I'll tell you what I can do. Yeah. Did you think she used force on that? She did. How would you have done it, Wilson?
27.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
She was more excited about the
Okay. Well, that is below cost. That is a heck of a deal. Tell them the price. I took some off because it's cheeseburger, cheeseburger. They want 1 or 2, Ashley, Patty. They're working on 2, maybe. Okay. So how many of these did you sell? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6. I might be down to 1 left of the 1927. Uh-oh, we could be down to the last 1927. And I'm just thinking, and I'm sorry I'm walking in front of the camera, because there might be. And there is not. Never mind. So I'm going to sneak back past. All right. All right, I am down to only 1 1927 Gem Brilliant MS64 St. Gaudens, not at $3,795 on 2 payments, 1 payment of $2,555. You know, say what now? I'll tell you that I like that 555. Now, Wilson, this is possibly a true story. Well, you keep calling on the deal, folks. Leave those graphics up. But this is possibly a true story. There was a guy that kept waking up in the middle of the night, and he would wake up and say 7. And he would be daydreaming at work, and he saw himself just writing 7, 7, 7, 7 on a scratch pad everywhere. And he decided this is a sign. So he waited, and on the 7th day, Wilson, of July, July 7th, he went to the racetrack. He made sure he was the 7th person into the track. He sat in section 77, seat 7. And he waited for the 7th race. And on the 7th race, he put $777 on the 7th horse, on the 7th horse. You know what happened? It came in 7th. So you got to be careful of those omens. All right, folks. Has anybody bought my last one? I only have 1 1927 left in MS64. All right, where'd you go? You don't want me to sell you. I know. So all but one of the 1927s are sold. Look what I got right here. If you want one more different date, here's a 1928. And I have a couple 1924s. But that 28, I picked that coin out. Look at that 28. I drove a dealer crazy getting that 1928. Wilson, that is the sexiest 1928. Other coins. Ashley, you know how sexy this 1928 is? Other coins whistle at it. Yes, other coins whistle at BC 2084. Oops, sorry, sexy coin. I only have one. I remember where I bought this. I thought this is so undergraded. This should be a 6.4 plus star, maybe even a 6.5. I only have the one 1928. Oh, that's a blazer. Whoever gets this, this is a blazer. Whenever you're in the coin business, the word blazer, that's what they're talking about. First collar, $2,700. I should regrade this so fast. This is one of the most undergraded coins I've ever had on TV. Look, the grade only says MS64. Give me a break. Absence of bag marks. You can see every finger. You can count her toes. Look at that. I only have one of these at $2,700. Look at the reverse. In God we trust. $2,700 on the most undergraded 1928 I have had in a long time. That sexy coin is not sold yet. I know, Wilson, you feel sorry for it too. That happens to you all the time after work. You're working your second job. Yeah, you're walking Sunset Boulevard in those high heel shoes. And I have something this sexy. This undergraded of a 1928. It's over that 1928. That's the sexiest coin. That's a yes. Sold. Tell them to take care of this coin. All right. Where's the 1928? Right there. And tell them, Patty, tell them to be careful. Keep this not too close to their other coins because the other coins will get jealous. All right. Here you go. That is sold, Ashley. All right. Now, you want to see something cool? Okay. Oh, I know what I want to sell. Folks, I haven't checked the bidding yet. They're at Heritage, the world's largest auction house. They have a Howard Hughes auction autograph right here. Yeah, that they're auctioning off right now. There's like a week left. The opening bid for a Howard Hughes photo, I think it was that, a photo like that, where Howard Hughes just wrote best wishes, something, something. I got something better than that. Howard Hughes autographed a $1 silver certificate, and it has been authenticated to be Howard Hughes' signature. Now, let me ask you this, Wilson. If you had your choice of an autographed picture I think it's this picture, a picture like this, where he just writes best wishes, so-and-so, Howard Hughes. Or you can have this whole montage with a silver certificate autographed by Howard Hughes with a letter, a certificate of authenticity right here. And this is the one that's being auctioned off on Heritage. There's still a week left. They already got the 2,500 open. I think it's going to go for a lot more than that. Here are your certificates of authenticity on this right there. You got your certificate of authenticity, and it shows they're a professional authenticator. And I'll tell you what, don't rip it, Chapel. That's the tape ripping. Here's what I am going to do. I am going to open this. Ashley, if this is as good as it gets, 2,300 to open. $100 increments. This is an autographed silver certificate authenticated by a professional authenticator that Howard Hughes, that is his signature on the silver certificate, and I need 2,300 to open. And I'm changing my mind on this because I think Howard Hughes, he was the world's richest man at one point. Who's going to open on an autographed Howard Hughes silver certificate when right now just a signed picture of Howard in front of an airplane is at 2,500? I'm going to look and see what it's at. I think it's a lot more now, but do I have the 2,300 open on my authenticated Howard Hughes silver certificate? That is surprising. That is more than surprising. I lowered all that down to 2,300. I might not, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give this about another minute, then I'm going to move on. I got a funny feeling this is worth a lot more. And I should wait for the Howard Hughes auction to finish at Heritage, because that's going to go for a lot more than 2,500. And this is a lot better item, in my humble opinion, because you have an autographed silver certificate. No open once. No open twice. No one's interested. All right. Howard, you're coming home with me again. I'm going to wait till their auction is over. Folks, I'm giving you one last chance because I got a funny feeling that one photograph sign is already at 2,500. I'll bet it goes for a lot more. And then I'll just maybe submit this to an auction house. Any? All right, that's down for the count. Okay. Now. Jiang T. Fang is the most important Chinese artist in 3,500 years, according to Alan Fingerhut, owner and founder of Fingerhut Publishing. Stay, Mr. Elephant. There you go, Wilson. I got it right here. This is a bronze Jiang T Fang offered by Finger Hut Publishing. And, oh, you got a question? You're grabbing some coins.
I'm gonna grab some coins.
Which ones are you grabbing?
I need some coinage.
You need some coinage? Oh, the 27s are out there. The 24s are there.
I need
What do you need?
a 1914.
Which one?
The 19 of these. I need an S and a D.
An S and a D? Take the S and the D. Oh, no, go ahead. I'm off. Okay, now. It's got to be, yeah. The 1928P. Now. Yeah, we got coins left. Which one do they want? I'll tell you what, keep them online. I'm going to show something right now. We have one 1927, couple 1924s. We got a 1914S and a 1914D in MS62. There's a picture of Alan Fingerhut right there, examining a bronze. Unfortunately, Alan Fingerhut died last year, and he was the man that brought Jiang T Fang all the way from China to the United States. And here, no silver coins, but I got some gold coins. So folks, in the last catalog that Alan Finger had put out, he said this is, yes, not tonight, but yes, we will. Not tonight, but we will have some. This is very rare. They had them, though I had one price where it said call for price, and if you did, they're going to tell you it was $24,000. This is number 8228 of 1,200. No, it's not that many. Hang on, I'm going to tell you the exact number on this. All right. Okay, number 118 of 225. Number 118 of 225. They were 32,000, my bad, at Finger Hut, and they completely sold out edition. They're all gone. I have this one left, this one. It's heavy. It is a Jiang T Fang bronze of the elephant family. His serograph elephant family sold out rare. Every serograph Alan Fingerhut did of Jiang's work sold out rare. And the bronzes, they're unbelievable. They're heavy. I mean, if you do this one right, Wilson, and I'm not suggesting anything illegal, but if they wanted to make a new Perry Mason movie, all right, man's dead And all that's laying on the floor is a 40-pound Jiang elephant family bronze sculpture. I'll tell you what. Yeah, they're 30-some thousand. But I want to sell it. And I want it to go to a happy family or person. Oh, you don't have to be happy. You could even go to a sad family. A very sad, mean person. And I don't want to sell it to a sad, but that's a happy elephant. Juliet, would you sell a happy elephant to a mean, sad family? I would too, because it would cheer them up. It would cheer. I'll tell you what. I got a price in mind you're not going to believe. Oh, this is too cheap. This is too cheap. This is way too cheap. I probably paid so much more, it's scaring me here. Don't abuse me too much. Oh, this is crazy. Ashley, don't think on me. Don't narc on me because I'm selling this too cheap. Oh, this is too cheap. $2,500 to open, $200 increments. Yes, whoa, 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 whoa. That is a $32,000 Jiang Ti Fang Allen Finger Hut made number 118 of 225 bronze sculpture by Jiang Ti Fang.
You had the open on Howard Hughes.
Someone opened it? I didn't know. Did they? No, I didn't know. Do we have one now? Do you have the open?
Yeah.
So they opened at, what was it?
How much was the open on the Howard Hughes?
$2,300 to open. All right, well, Ashley, I put it away. It's theirs. That's so cheap. Speak highly of me. The Howard Hughes is sold. And I will show them what that one picture goes for in a week. So the Howard Hughes is sold. Be kind to Howard. I watched that movie, Howard and Me. It was about Melvin Dumas and how Howard Hughes had left him a will. Turns out how Dumas's will was a phony. Howard Hughes didn't have many surviving heirs. Do we have the $2,500 open on this? $30,000 Allen Finger Hut, deluxe editions, bronze. And I got it at $2,500 and people going, I don't know if I want it. That's okay. If you are thinking, I sold all of these, I believe. Let me get all my 27s out of here. Right there. Words of an artist friend of mine, Gregory Wilhelmi. You know what that is right there, Wilson? Do you know what that is? Patty, do you know what that is? Ashley, do you know what that is?
What is that?
That's the cat's meow. Yes. It's funny, but do that again. I was walking my dog Ginger today at the park, and I hear a meow like that, and I'm thinking, oh man, it's a stray cat. And I hear it again and again. I think I'm getting closer. I'm looking in the tree, and I'm thinking, that's got to be a cat. I found a litter of kittens 35 years ago, 30 years ago when I lived in Texas. I had to feed them with little baby bottles, and I found homes for all of them. So I'm thinking, I hope this is not a stray cat that I gotta dig through a tree. And I'm walking by and I asked this lady, did you hear a cat's meow? And she said, where? I said, right over here. And I said, no. And I started looking again. She goes, wait a minute, did you hear it about a minute and a half ago? I go, yeah. She goes, oh, I was watching this video on a cat. I said, oh, well, that's good and bad. Now, that is, you talk about the cat's meow. Look at that date. 1914S, 1914D, PCGS graded. PCGS graded, mint state 62. MS60 means it's uncirculated. This coin was never in circulation. It got bagged up by other coins in the 500 coin bag, but it's never been in circulation. MS61 reaffirms. Yeah, it's got some bags, but it's marks, but it's never in circulation. This is MS62. You go a couple grades up and it's like $1 billion coin. And I priced these so cheap. Matt put the prices on the screen for one or both of the 1914S and the 1914D, and here they are. That's a 1927 that's turning on the screen. Yeah, there you go. That's meow of hard to get $20 Double Eagle St. Gaudens. 1914S.
You're fine.
Right before Woodrow Wilson, who ran on the promise, I won't get you in World War I, got us in World War I. And the San Francisco, many of the coins, even though they were minted in San Francisco, they went to South America. A lot of them did. Look at this, 2750 on the 14S, and then on the 14D, I think it was 2752. And if you want a pair, both of them, it gets a little bit cheaper, and those are two rare dates. The 20. My bad, I thought we were sold out of this. I also have 3 1927s left. Right here. I thought we sold it because we only had 5. Look at this 1927 in MS64. Look at that. That's a gem coin. Yeah, I don't know. Can you get that? The other shot. Look at that. I only pick up coins I think are ungraded. That is so close to an MS64, MS65. And I got some 1927s. I priced those at, what did I price the 1927s for, Patty? It was like, I know it ended in 55. 2555. Ah, Chapel, you uncoordinated oath. Look at this one. You talk about a blazer. Oh my, look at that. Wilson, why is that not a 6.5? All the luster. Look at her eyes. Look at her fingers. Look at her toes. And you can have a 1927 brilliant uncirculated MS64 for 2,700. No, what was it? 20, what was it? 25.55. Oh, folks, keep calling. Whether you get the 14S, the 14D, the 1927s, oh, get out of here. That's an ungraded. All of my coins are ungraded. I only picked the best. How many of anybody else on the 14Ds or S's? Ah, here's the money coin. That 27 is stunning. Call right now. And call if you want the Jiang Ti Fang bronze sculpture. Give me a call. And the Howard Hughes sold. Look at that 14. Is that an S or a D on the screen that's turning? What? D. As in Denver. Call me up. I thought I sold more 1927s. Folks, I only pick out the best of the best. Every now and then customers see me at Long Beach where I go through an entire box of a certain date and people are going, Barry, you going to leave? You know, are you gonna, because I look at every coin and then I start haggling. But look at these. I have 1, 2. I thought we sold out. We didn't. I have, all right, this is where it gets tricky, Ashley. 1, 2. Ah. All right, this coin is spiteful, Wilson. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 27s left. I had thought we sold out, so I took it down. At that price, what was the price? $2,755. But that is, I'm sorry. Hang on. Let's go to the Matt. You got the. I'm doing the 1927 now. Which is, yeah, 1927. What do I have it up for, Patty? 2555, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
2,555, and you are getting the most lustrous 1927s that money can buy. Hand-picked. What is it?
That number is 2082.
2082. Folks, I thought I had sold all these out. If you missed out, get online. You will notice the ones that I hand pick, I drive people crazy. Those are the most lustrous. I only buy MS64s that I think are MS64 Plus or MS65. And to be able to get a 1927, that coin's 95 years old. Look at that, 95 years old. And I'll tell you, you go to a coin show, there's all kinds of coins, but to own a St. Gaudens, I only have 4 of those left. I thought I had sold out. If you missed out, you're lucky. Get that. That is amazing. $25.55. mint state 6.4. Or I only have 2 pairs of the 14S and 14D left. And one more shot at the easel. I thought 2,500 that would fly out of here. The Jiang sculpture on the easel, yeah. Get me close and that can be yours. That Alan Fingerhut was such a good guy. He would call me up about Jiang 20 years ago and make me practice saying Caves of Dongwang. He says, Barry, you got it wrong on TV, the Caves of Dongwang. You believe it or not, 70% of Chinese students in art college in Beijing emulate Jiang out as a sign of admiration. Jiang is still alive. He's actually a friend of mine. I haven't seen him in a while, but he is a great guy. And to have an Alan Fingerhut bronze that I had up at 2,500, I'll tell you what, rock bottom, can't do any lower ever. 2,200, if you want it, give me a call. 2,200 and it is yours. You want to see something really, really, really cool? I'll tell you what. Ashley, can you grab my, at $2,200 you can have this. You got to call me though, or telepathically send the message to Ashley. What did the lady you were on the phone with, what was that? Your psychic, your seer, your soothsayer. Folks, take a look at this right here. This is one of Oleg loved this piece. It's called The Date. And Oleg was saying to me, look at that piece, Barry. Micronesia. Why would Oleg, a guy that born in Uzbekistan, wants to live in Micronesia for a year? Now look at this. He said, look at the eyes. Tell me what they're thinking. Look at the hand gestures. And about 12 or 14 years ago, it wasn't an argument, but I made a comment once, and I was looking at his pieces. So I want you to get the face and all this done, then you paint the hand gestures. He goes, Barry, you don't just paint the hand gestures. Do you know how many different ways hand can move? Have you ever painted a hand? Let's watch you paint a hand. And he got, but look how the flowers come together here. He is trying to convey a feeling in this painting. It's called The Date. And when you look at her eye gestures and his and the flowers, and you see right here all the geometrical shapes that he has put and how he has molded the hair, basically. This is what a master graduate of the Surakov can do. Collector's Editions had this piece in their gallery for $200,000. It is absolutely second to none. It's 44.5 by 32.5. Tell you what I'm going to do right now, Ashley. Where would you start this? I want to sell one more Oleg because I only have 2 left anyway. And this is stunning. What would you do, Patty? What would you do, Ashley? Where? 7,500. Yeah, that would be fair. But I don't think it's going to happen. Tell you what I will do. I hope you're out there. This is too cheap. $3,000 to open, $200 increments once we get the open. That's 44 by 32 and a half. And whoever buys it, I will frame it and ship it for free too. His paintings get 100 and 150,000. If you don't own an Oleg, your chances are running out because I only have 2 or 3 here left. And this is one of the largest ones I have. Look at that. That would have been a deal. Now, this is, what's that? No. Ashley, can you grab the Oleg on the other side? BC 2075. Take a look at this. This is as good as it gets. This is Michael Schofield. That is oil on canvas. You will not get a brighter painting. Look how bright that is. You need sunglasses. Yeah. How's that, Wilson? Autumn Peace. You know what this painting could be used for? This is very important. I don't even think Ashley knows what this painting can be used for. Maybe Patty, maybe Juliet, maybe Wilson. To repel vampires. It is so bright that if a vampire sneaks into your house and tries to bite you, you're asleep, you're in your blankie, and all of a sudden, he can't because this painting is so bright. It will send the vampire to your neighbor. Yeah, and what's that? Oh, and Michael Schofield, he is in the Smithsonian. He is in the $1 billion Arm & Hammer collection. He is in the Library of Congress collection. He has sold more paintings than you could imagine, but this is an original, not a signed and numbered piece. It is absolutely gorgeous. $1,500 to open. $200 increments once we get the open. That is huge too. That is as pretty of a Schofield as you're ever going to find. And I don't have many of his landscapes. I got his abstracts, but you talk about a beautiful contemporary, a beautiful landscape. Look at this, painted this in 2022. Signed on the front and the back. That's too cheap, $1,500. Look at that. We have the open, thank you. So you guys don't believe in vampires?
I do.
You do?
Yeah. I do.
All I know, and I got to go back there and film something someday. We're at 1,500 looking for 1,700. I saw the Pearson light and it scared the crap out of me. Excuse my language. I'm at 1,500 looking for 1,700. It was in Pearson, Georgia. 1,700 has been bid. Everybody said, oh, it could have been swamp gas. It wasn't. I even went to the Pearson Police Department with a guy named Ken Miller in the car with me to tell them we saw the Pearson light, and they acted like we were drunk and we hadn't had anything to drink. We are at how much? 1,900 has been bid. $2,100 has been bid. $2,100 going once. 2,300 has been bid. $2,300 going once, going twice. That is sold. Who got that, Ashley? Mr. S. Congratulations. All right. This is one of the last non-abstract Schofields right here. Painted in 2022. It is called Perfect Fishing Spot 2074. And Ashley, you don't see more non-abstract Schofields around here, do you? This is it, though. I think start at $1,500 to open. $200 increments. Oh, that's stunning. Look at that. At $1,500, look at this, folks. This is the last Schofield landscape I have on this planet. Oh my goodness. And that is pretty cool. Look at the depth he gets in this painting. No open once. Oh, that's stunning. I have some David Lloyd Glovers coming up. You want to show that? Someone requested something like that?
Yes, sir.
All right. No open twice. All right, I'll trade you. I'm going to give you the Howard Hughes. And I'll put this up right here.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it. Oh my goodness. And Patty, your bidder on the last one doesn't want this one, huh? Okay. Well, that's fine. Somebody requested an ad. Oh. Hang on. I'm only looking for 1,500. This is stuff. We have the open. Thank you. 1,500 has been bid. 1,500 going once. That's so cheap. You're getting a great deal here tonight. 1,500 going twice. Fair and final warning. All in, all said. Sold to Patty. Now, Ashley said somebody wants an abstract Schofield. Yeah. All right, who wants the abstract Schofield? Painted in 2020. Here you go, I'm handing you that one. This is huge.
2008.
2008.
Hey, Segan, I got you a big one.
This is for Tracy.
Segan.
Who?
Segan.
What's the first name?
Segan.
Segan. I'll tell you what. This is huge. 1,500 to open on the largest abstract Michael Schofield I have on this planet. And that is big. It makes me look small. Uh-oh, Wilson, the painting's growing. It really is. It keeps getting. You see it up there? All right. There you go. So who wanted this? I lowered this all the way down to 1,500. It's the largest abstract Schofield I have on this planet. I'll tell you what I'm going to put up next. Next week, I'm going to do a lot of David Lloyd Glover's works. All right, what does your friend say about this, Ashley? Your customer, is this for them?
He'll call us. You can move on.
Is he watching?
Yeah, he's watching.
Okay. Well, give us a call. All right, now, folks, I don't want to oversell anything, but if you have not yet got an Oleg, this one called Sacred Lotus, it reveals some of the customs of Uzbekistan, where Oleg was born. He tried to get into the Surikov when he was 15. He was so talented. They rejected him. And when he was 17, he went off to college, got a 4-year degree, but when he was 19, they accepted him in the Surikov. Boy, he's smart. Which one do they want? Take a look at this. This is 2069. This is Faces in Faces. Everything that Oleg remembered about his youth in Uzbekistan, where he was born.
Are you interested in something tonight?
This one? I'll tell you what, I'm going to make this so cheap they can't say no. Oh, this hurts too, because this is one, when I was negotiating with Oleg, he kept painting, kept going over here and goes, face to face, is she happy? Are they looking at each other? Or are they something bothering her or happy down there? I mean, this is about a, watch this, 3,000 to open. I paid Oleg so much more than that. He has textured the entire outside of this. Master graduate of the Surikov. Well, that is, if you're out there, 3,000. I'll tell you what, there's only one other Oleg, and then I'm gonna keep the rest of these. Oleg, he is one of the most interesting guys in a funny way. But here is one of the largest Olegs. Oh, it was one of the coins fell off the stand. I'm going, my gosh, I just broke the entire studio. Yeah. It was the 1927. Which one are they interested in?
Can I get you a picture? Okay, thank you.
Eh. Okay. This, the date. Oleg spent 15 minutes explaining this piece to me in a good way, but about the difficulty of changing the colors and the angles and the geometrical shapes. He says, you look at it, you think it blends. You think it blends naturally? You know, he always talks like that, but look at this. Look at the eye gestures. All of this hair is sculpted onto the canvas. This is something that collector's editions would have had up for $220,000. It's called The Date. It's 44 by 32 and a half. And folks, I'm virtually out of Oleg. He is a master graduate of the Surikov. And Wilson, I'm just going to get move this a little that way. Less glare, look at that. This is as good as it gets. Last chance to own an Oleg. I don't know if he's telling me he wants to move to Micronesia. He's a guy that lives in Russia in the cold. He doesn't like cold. I said, Oleg, you know, Mexico's pretty close. You don't have to go. But anyway, if you want a deal of a century, I paid so much more for this one. Well, there were 3 or 4 that when I negotiated with Oleg, he just would not bend on. This is one. But watch this. Actually, I'm going to lose money on this painting. $3,000 to open. I probably paid more than that. And there are 15 different things going on in this painting. And if you want an Oleg Javetin, here is your shot at $3,000. And I will frame it and pay the shipping. In 32 years on TV, he is by far one of the, if I had to list them, he is one of the 3 greatest artists I have had the pleasure of selling. He is so good. He is off the chart genius. I mean, he does things that you look at and you go, that doesn't make sense. On this one, can they do $27.50 and it's theirs right now? Unless somebody else wants it. I got people online. This is so cool. Ashley, what do they say? Is it done? So they own it? Sold. Okay, thank you. You got yourself a deal of deals there. Patty, I'm going to... Okay. So I'm down to one large Oleg ad. Nobody wants this one. I don't know why. And when I'm negotiating with Oleg, he says, Barry, see this right here? Wilson, you see how that looks like textured marble? That is what he learned how to do as a master graduate of the Surikov. How many colors do you think are in this lady's hair here? I'd say 12 to 15. Reds, burgundies, yellows, tans, coppers, grays, blues. But look at the eye gestures. Look where they're looking, and then you got this little face down there. Make me a fair offer, and it can be yours. But I do want to show some coins here at the end. $3,000 or get me close on this. That is stunning. This is where he was born, Uzbekistan. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely stunning, Oleg Javetin. That is amazing. Master graduate of the Surikov. Start this at $2,500 to open, $200 increments. Do you have the open, Patty? $2,500 has been bid on one of the toughest paintings to get out of Oleg because of all the texturing to the canvas that the master graduate of the Surikov in Moscow, the hardest art college on the planet. To date, 12 Americans had been accepted. Not a single one has ever graduated from the Surikov. I have 2,500, looking for 27. Oh, that's cheap, cheap, cheap. 2,500 going once. Anybody beat 2,500? What time is it? I can't see your clock. So I got 15 minutes. Okay. 2,500 going twice. That was a very smart strategic bid, Patty. They know what they're doing here.
27?
You got 27, Ashley. Who's your bidder? Mr. S.
Yeah.
We're at 27, looking for 29.
3,000.
3,000 has been bid. We're at 3,000. $3,000. This is Oleg's childhood here. This is what it was like in Uzbekistan. $3,000 going once. $3,000 going twice. Fair. Final warning. Sold, Patty. They got that so cheap. You got a great deal, whoever that is. Thank you. All right. Here I'm going to sell presidential memorabilia. Too cheap. This, a lot of people don't know this. Herbert Hoover is the reason Las Vegas gets its power. He was an engineer. He became president. He unfortunately became president right when the Great Depression started. He did he used classical economics, but he didn't go as far as Franklin Delano Roosevelt when he beat him in 32. He won easy in 28 and lost in 1932. He lived longer than almost any president up to date. Woodrow Wilson went to John F. Kennedy's inauguration. He died October 20th, 1964. So in 1961, he was at John F. Kennedy's assassination. He was inauguration. He was also alive when John F. Kennedy got assassinated. There is Herbert Hoover's autograph in this incredible frame. I'll tell you what, it is BC 795. I don't want to know what I paid because getting a clear Herbert Hoover is a lot harder said than done. I love presidential memorabilia, and I love the fact that this guy lived longer than almost any president. He took a lot of guff. They would call Roosevelt and his group, Franklin, would call places where poor gathered as Hoovervilles, which really wasn't fair because he was doing a lot of pretty progressive stuff for a classical type of economics guy, but it just didn't work quick enough, and he lost. Tell you what, Ashley, what am I in this for? I'm going to offer somebody a great deal. I like Herbert Hoover. You don't see many people name Herbert anymore. I got a deal. 7.9 something. What's my cost? Oh yeah, I know. I didn't catch that, Ashley. I thought you were, but anyway, I'll tell you what. A lot of places online, they want $7,000 to $9,000 for a clear. This has been authenticated by a certified authenticator. So you get this, plus you get the paperwork from the certified authenticator. And here's what I can do on this. Whoa. Oh, I'm seeing a comp here that isn't even half as nice as mine. They want 9,800, and that it doesn't have. Look at this right here. And look at this. They even put an minimal appraised value, $1,995. That's the minimum one, but I think there's a higher one inside. Watch this, Ashley. On Herbert Hoover, $1,200 to open, $100 increments once we get the open. And that is a great signature of Herbert Hoover. You got the signature, you got a certified signature authenticator, a letter. $1,200. That's too cheap. What am I doing? Sold my Howard Hughes too cheap. $1,200 is way, way, way too cheap. That is the signature of former President Herbert Hoover. I am going to. Does it say what president he was? What president was Herbert Hoover? 31st. What? 31st. No, Wilson, he was the 31st. Oh my goodness, which would make Franklin Delano Roosevelt the 32nd. No takers at $1,200 to open. Okay. Well, I am going to move along. I've still got 8 minutes. Did anybody else buy one of these 1927s? Because I thought we sold. Patty, you saw the phones ringing. I thought we had sold. I had 5. I thought we had sold 5 of the 7. I had 7. I thought we had sold 5 of the 7. But call me. What's that?
It was very chaotic.
It was very chaotic. Folks, call me. I only have 5 minutes left here. Unlike Wilson, I get to drive home. He goes to the dungeon. Stay. Oh, you want to test my manual dexterity? Now it's going to fall down. That coin is going to fall down now. Oh, look at that. That's a blazer. Call me. I really think the story of gold, it's been a... that was my fault. Right now, gold is cheap by any metrics. I personally believe that you are going to see a time. Oh, thank you, coin. I think you're going to see a time where, I don't know if it's going to be 20 years from now, 15, 25. I believe at some point in my lifetime, 1 ounce of gold will buy 1 share of all 30 Dow stocks. Does that mean gold becomes 25,000 an ounce and the Dow falls from 30 or 29 and 30? What is it, 31? I don't know where the Dow is today. Where is the Dow? 28 something? Does that mean, I don't know where it's going to meet, but I believe 1 ounce of gold, you will be able to buy 1 share in all 30 Dow stocks. And that's why when you can get them this cheap, it's like gold's on sale. Please give me a call. Especially on those 1927s. We had every line going, and that was the coin I had at 25.55. Yeah, these 1927s, my goodness. Look at that, Wilson. Look at that. I picked the best of the best. I go through, no, that's a 1914. Oh, right there. You got the right shot there, Matt. Look at that. Look at that. Look how gold that is. That's what a true brilliant uncirculated. If I could get in closer, you can see her eyes. You can count every finger on the torch. You can see her toes. Then when I turn it over, you can see the rays going up. You can see the feathers on the eagle. Look at the beak of the eagle. That is an MS64 Plus, in my humble opinion. I wouldn't have paid for it or bought it if it wasn't a 6.4 Plus or something I believe should be a 6.5. And at $2,555, I have 4 of the 1927s left. Please give me a call. I got 4 minutes left. I'm going to mosey over here. Yeah, my dog loves the beach.
Me and your dog have something in common.
Yeah, and dog has. Well, I'll tell you what. I think so, but you know what I was planning on doing tonight when I got home, Patty? Just so she knows how to take care of herself. I was going to have Ginger watch Jaws with me. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. That movie scared the hell out of me when I was, oh my gosh. I'm trying to remember how young I was when I saw that. 3 minutes. I'll tell you what else scared the hell out of me. And I used to think she was very cute till I saw this movie, Camera 2. I thought this actress was cute till I saw the movie. Linda Blair.
Oh, yeah.
In The Exorcist.
I cannot watch that movie.
Yeah, no, yeah. Jaws. Did that scare you the first time you saw Jaws? You went in the ocean. You probably ran in, dove in. Now, I was young when I saw it, but it scared people in my neighborhood so bad they wouldn't even go in a pool. It's like, yeah, that was, Steven Spielberg did a great thing with that, or a bad thing. Anybody else who wants a 1927 at $2,555, if you want a 1914D or a 1914S or one of each, give me a call. I sure appreciate your business. I'm going to be back here next Wednesday night. Do we sell many of the Jake LaMotta checks? I'm going to get them in their own currency sleeves so they look better. And Camera 2, I'm going to try and have some silver here next week. Yeah, Morgan dollars, peace dollars, silver rounds, kilo silver. I'm going to try to get everything I can. I want to thank you for supporting at Prime Time here, Barry Chappell's Wednesday night art and coin show. And I can feel it. Somebody else is going to call you right now. Yeah. Yeah, you know who I think it is, Wilson? 1 minute. I think it's your parole agent. What are they interested in, Patty? I will sell it. Got 2 calls. Folks, Matt, should we go to... Hey, I'm going to stay on live streaming for another 4 or 5 minutes. Go to www.primetimeshopping.com, primetimeshoppingnetwork.com, and live streaming. Which one do they want, Patty?
Okay, are you registered with us? Okay, yeah, you have to be pre-registered. Will you register?
All right, well, folks, hey, I'd love to stay. Thank you very much. I will see you next Wednesday night. Take care, be safe. And Buford, don't kick that dog. Don't even think about kicking that dog, Buford. We love you. Bye-bye.
Do you want to stay to live streaming?
Hey, hang it. Do we have any other calls? What's that?
He's gonna register, but he wants to offer on the.
So we don't need to go. Would Matt go? What does Matt think?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, it says it's on the phone, but I transferred to Julianne, it was through.
16 viewers online.
All right, let's go for a second. Yeah. We're going to stay on live streaming for just a second. Yeah, camera 2, Matt. We're going to stay on live streaming right now. Hi, if you watch me online, Barry Chapel, we're still here. We got like 3 or 4 calls. Let's see what I can do. Which one do they want? Patty, what does your caller want?
Okay. And what is your phone number?
Well, find out with Juliana.
Juliana.
775?
Juliet.
42?
Ashley, you got a caller?
I do not. 7.
Ah. Well, I have quite a few coins left, and I'll tell you what I can do, because nobody wants the Jiang bronze.
14 I saw. How did you find us?
And how many people are watching me online right now, Matt?
Dish. Okay. And what are you interested in? What did you see that you...
15. Folks, grab those 1927s and MS64 at $25.55. They are absolutely stunning. That 1914D and 1914S are just stunning. Which one does he want?
D that you're interested in?
Verifying.
19... S.
1914S, he's asking,
Yeah, I got a 1914S. They're beautiful.
he's offering 2,500.
He's offering 25.
Thank you.
And yes,
That is gone.
actually he's going to set you up.
Anybody else? Tell you.
He's going to set that off? Or? So, okay, so then you just put the...
Yeah, that MS 1914S is 20.
Now,
And welcome to Clark.
in a prior lifetime, Wilson, this coin that I have in my hand, yeah, right there, she was a famous starlet. Da-da-na-na-na-na. I can't do that as well as you, Wilson. Look at that. This is only MS64. Look at that. Looks like MS65. It's a 1924 MS64. Give me a call. Just tell me what you like. I sold another 14S. I only have a couple 14Ds left. I know one more person is going to buy a 1927 and MS64. Call me. Anybody else? All right, I want to
It also has like the insurance,
thank you, folks.
has to sign for it.
I will see you next. Camera 2, I will see you next Wednesday night. I'll have some silver coins, some gold coins. Hey, we love you. Have fun. Be safe. Talk to you then. Bye.